Hello and welcome to another Thursday night SHL live stream. I am Matt and I am in a rush. It's been a bit of a rushed one today. I hope you're doing well. If you're watching live, I was about to say you can get in contact via the chat, but you sort of can't. Let me fix that up. So yes, we are just starting the second period across the various SHL games. All 14 teams are in action tonight. The game I am watching is Frölunda against Leksand, and of course, as you can see from the latest scores below, as per usual, the game I am watching is the one game that is goalless. But there we go. It's all going to heat up from here. This is done by design. Didn't want to get too much action in the first period because then we would miss it on the live stream. So it's all to come. 10 shots combined on target in the first period, 6 for Frölunda, 4 for Leksand. Both teams having a penalty, but neither really getting anywhere with it. Almost a chance there for Frölunda, but it didn't quite come to fruition. Okay, let me get going just with the chat, just so I know what I'm doing. I'm having to look through various microphones and cameras and all sorts of nonsense. Okay, let me bring this up. This is gonna... There we go. Alrighty, that should be fine, hopefully. So I shall say hello in the chat. And there we go, it appears. So if you go to the YouTube chat and you're watching live, you can join in and your details will come up on the screen. There we go. Apologies for the upside down logo on the microphone. Again, quickly moved it in a rush. But we will go through the other games in a moment. But we're going to start here with Frölunda and Leksand. Almost a goal, just as we say it. Almost a goal for Frölunda. Number 48, I think it was. Carl Klingby, former NHL player, is looking to the heavens and wondering how he hasn't broken the deadlock 2 minutes into the second period. But there is going to be a penalty, and it is the same man, Carl Klingby, who is going into the penalty box. It's a lovely little wraparound by Nicholas Lassu, the centre. Just watching the replay. Oh dear. Carl Klingby trying to get to the puck, probably frustrated by missing the chance a couple of seconds before. Has done a high sticking call against him. So, after a great chance for Frölunda, it is now Leksand who will go on the power play. So, as I mentioned, you can see the latest scores on the screen below. I will update them as best I can, keeping on top of the action. But we'll concentrate on the game I'm watching right now. Leksand on the power play. So coming forward on the right. Justin Kloos, who took an early penalty for Leksand, is on the puck, and now it's coming back out to him. They're trying to create something. They've kept it in the zone quite well. And of course, as soon as I say that, the puck comes out of the zone. Frölunda being quite aggressive. They are known for being a defensively minded team, and oh, what a great save that is. Big chance for Leksand to take the lead. It goes begging. It was Carly Usman who had the chance. Puck was worked down the left. It was a nice ball across to him by Justin Kloos. He got a decent shot on it, but it was from a very tight angle, and Lassi Johansson was able to snaffle that, to the frustration of the travelling Leksand fans. Let me quickly put my light on and see if I'm going to rip the headphones off my head whilst doing so. Aha. Success. There we go. So another face-off. Just over a minute to go in the power play. I'm not sure where the puck has gone. Lassi Johansson was looking this way and that to find it, but it has been tied up on the boards by Frölunda, which is quite where they want it. Alexander got it back. Coming out to Zachrison. That's well held on the blue line, but now it goes across. Cody Olsing couldn't quite keep it in. And that's going to send us down to 30 seconds on the power play. That one big chance. That is it so far. And again, just good forechecking by Frölunda to keep the puck at bay. They've dumped it down the other end of the ice. Philip Larsson will play it, but he's just lumped it down the other end of the ice for icing, so that's not what they needed. 8 seconds to go on the power play, but it looks like they're going to come up empty here. They're just showing a replay of Lasse Johansson save. Carly Usman can't believe he wasn't able to get it. It was a great effort by Johansson. He had to come across from the other side of the goal. Did really well there. I will say it was a tight angle for Usman to try and get it in, so that did help him. But he still had to make the save, and he made it well. So there we go. The power play is over. The two teams remain goalless in this one. So there's another whistle. Okay, let's see what we can do in terms of looking at some of the others. So Luleå and Örebro, that is Luleå in 8th, Örebro who are in 10th. Örebro, the team on the road, and they really need to win today. William Vickman with his 9th of the season has put them ahead there. Skellefteå against Modo, and it is Modo who surprisingly have taken the lead in the first period. Adam Pettersson, 17-12 minutes into the first period, has broken the deadlock there. Timrå against Ovir Hetiet, so that's another save by Lasse Johansson. Timrå are up 2-1. Magnus Harvey on 1 minute 42, and then a couple of short-handed goals. Ovir equalised through Oscar Fisker Mulgard, but then Oliver Johansson, with his 5th of the season short-handed, has regained the lead for Timrå. Färjestad and then Sherpin. Färjestad 1-0 up through Lucas Forshell. Goalless in our game. Oskarshamn and Malmö. Boy, do Oskarshamn need a win. If Oskarshamn, I mean, they're going to be in trouble if they don't win this one. Malmö, big lead so far. Fredrik Handemark, for 7th of the season, has given them a lead late on in the first period. So that is a big lead for them against the bottom club. And then Rögle against Växjö. Rögle did take a 1-0 lead in this one against the league leaders, Lina Sondin with his 10th of the season. But then Tobias Rieder with an equaliser, and then that man again, Noah Östlund, who has been on fire of late. He scored on the power play, 9th goal of the season. That is where we stand so far, subject to anyone having scored in the last 5 minutes between me getting in a flap about getting everything ready, watching the game, and getting on with it. Let's see. I shall refresh the page and we shall see if there's been any more goals. Skellefteå have equalised against Modo. Okay, interesting. Oh, Malmö have gone up 2-0 against Oskarshamn. It's difficult to see them getting out of the relegation playoff. Now, Handemark with his 2nd goal of the game for Malmö. We really need the points too, so that could be a big one for them. Okay. I feel like I can finally take a breath and enjoy the game. We're 5 minutes into the second period. The Malmö score has just come up on the pling on the screen, the TV4 coverage. That is icing. Frölunda will take down the other end of the ice. Frölunda fans cheering the team on. Interesting matchup, this one. Frölunda, I don't know why, but I kind of feel when I look at the table, I'm surprised they're not a little further up, actually. They're in 6th place at the moment, so they have got into the top part of the playoff zone. They've won 3 in a row coming into this one, so it feels like they're starting to come into some form. Someone goes wide by Frölunda. They won 3-1 away to Mude on Tuesday. Leksand now coming clear. Oh, and it's a goal! What a great finish! Out of nothing. Carly Usman, who missed the chance on the power play, or had the chance saved at least, has just put Leksand up 1-0. 14:09 to go in the second period. And it is Leksand who break the deadlock. And a lovely goal it was on a wrist shot from Usman. There's a healthy contingent of Leksand fans in the arena, and they loved it. So the puck was stolen on the Leksand blue line, and Usman just keeps on bringing it. Looks across, looks for the pass, isn't really one on, so he just goes for the shot. Ooh, I don't know, Lasse Johansson will probably feel he might have done better on that. It's a wrist shot from a fair way out, and it didn't look like there was really a screen in front, just on the replay I saw, so we'll see. We'll have another look at that when it comes up on the replay again. But Usman doing the right thing, clearing his head from the missed chance and getting straight back on his game and putting it behind him with a good goal. So there we are. Leksand 1-0 up. They're currently 4th in the table. They lost 5-1 at home against Skellefteå on Tuesday, so we're looking to get back in it. Assist for Ungersören in that one. Let me put that note on that on my phone. There we go. And Frölunda are coming back at it. Oh, Skellefteå have equalised against Murder. Jonathan Pudus. Again, he's been in the goals. So I was saying a little earlier that Frölunda, they are a more structured defensive team than some. Ooh. And Sherpin have just equalised against Färjestad. Tyrati with another goal, the Rat Man. Doing it again. Let's put that in. But yeah, they're quite a structured team and difficult to break down at times, so good position you want to get them in is to be chasing the game, and that's what Leksand have been able to do through the early goal, or the early goal in the second period through Carly Usman. It's Leksand now are the ones who are still coming together, and that's a good shot. Goes wide for them. It's Petter Solaric blazing that one over the bar. That's poor by Frölunda, unable to get the puck out of their zone when they should have done, although they're able to recover and get it now out into the neutral zone, and now heading in the Leksand zone. Matt Cato getting dumped to his behind. There's now a good battle on the boards. The puck is stuck in the corner, but it now pops out, and Cato is going to try and deal with that, and he does, and now Leksand will be able to clear their zone. And they're trying to make something happen, and they're having a shot there. Good opportunity. Linus Nassim. Philip Larsson in the Leksand net, not having a huge amount to do, nothing too complicated as yet, but he's done what he's needed to do well. And here's another one, and it's gone in! Just as I was praising him. The puck eludes Philip Larsson, and we have an equaliser from Frölunda. It looks like it was Noah Herser. We'll see on the replay. Yes, it is. He's going off to the dugout, to the bench, and celebrating with his team. As the banner and the tifos are going out in the arena, it is Frölunda 1, Leksand 1. Nice play in the neutral zone, and they bring it forward. It falls to Herser, and it looks like it takes a deflection. I'm not sure who it went off. Did it go off his own player? Not sure it did. It went off somebody on the way through, but that was good play. They're having a discussion there as to who. I think it was Isaac Bourne who made a nice diagonal line across the path of Philip Larsson. With a couple of defenders there, that was enough to just create that opening and just create a screen. It definitely took a deflection. I'm not sure who it deflected off, whether it's a defender or it was Isaac Bourne. They've not given out the details as yet. I think they've given the goal to Noah Herser. As Lassie Johansson covers up. And we take a breath. 1-1 in this game. Let me update that. It's not 0-1, is it? There we are. Oh, Noah Herser. There's a big smile on his face on the bench. So we'll give him the goal. I'd say it doesn't matter, but it certainly does to the players, doesn't it? But there we are. I said goalless in the first period, but it was waiting for us to go live on the live stream. And the game would spring to life, and that's exactly what it has done. Taking a break. I think they're on the power break a moment. Let's see if I can refresh the screen. So, Örebro still 1-0 up on Luleå. Skellefteå Modo is 1-1. Teamborough have now gone up 3-1 on Horvier Hetiet. Färjestad and Linköping 1-1. 1-1 in our game. And Växjö still lead Rögle 2-1. So, Teamborough with an extra goal against Horvier Hetiet. Second from bottom. Team for Husqvarna Gardens. It does feel like we're getting into that part of the season where Noah Herser, Edström and Högberg. Okay, Edström, Högberg on the assists. For the equaliser, yeah, it does feel like, particularly Oskarshamn, if they lose today, that makes a big gap, doesn't it? I think they're 14 points off 12th at the moment, I think. Let me have a quick look. (13 points from 12th place, so yeah, they're really being cut adrift in terms of trying to get out of a relegation playoff. Horvier Hetiet do have the opportunity because they're still rounding about it, and this game, or today's game, certainly aren't going to decide anything, but they had got to a nice position about a week and a half ago. They'd managed to get some other teams in the mess, and feels like a few of them are just starting to pick up a few wins, and Horvier aren't able to keep up with them. But that's for another time. Let's concentrate on this one. 8:30 to go in the second period. Frölunda and Leksand tied 1 apiece, and it's gone in out of nothing. It's gone in. It was a nice bit of play, nice bit of pressure, and Frölunda have taken a 2-1 lead. A quick turnaround from 1-0 down to 2-1 ahead. The blink of an eye, it is Eric Boré who has got the goal. And Leksand don't know what's hit them. Surprising stuff. They'd kept the puck in the zone quite well, but it didn't look like they were getting too far. Just in a replay, it pops up to do very well to keep the puck in the zone, actually. And that's a lovely finish by Boré. Puck came across to him. I think, from Linus Högberg, who got an assist on the previous goal. So it's a nice cross-ice pass, and he takes a wrist shot, quick as a flash. Didn't give Philip Larsson a chance to get set, and it goes past him. So there we go, 8:22 to go. And what was a 1-0 deficit just a couple of minutes ago has become a 2-1 lead for Frölunda. Erik Boré. So if he gets the goal, we'll look at the assists. Definitely Linus Högberg with his second of the game. I say definitely, that's in my opinion. Don't take anything I say as being definite. But Frölunda now putting the pressure on again. Oh, big chance out in front. They smell blood right now. Leksand are on the ropes. They're looking for the knockout blow. It is Högberg who gets the single assist on that one. And there we are. Showing the replay. Sussman with the opening goal for Leksand, but they've come back quickly. Noah Herser and now Erik Boré has turned this game around. Swedish hockey for you. Coming again for Frölunda, coming again. They're causing so much trouble for Leksand. They're all at 6s and 7s. Leksand at the moment. They need to just get a grip of things, get some time with the puck, get some time in the Frölunda zone, because it's one-way traffic. The last couple of minutes now, it's one-way traffic. And they just need to regroup to Leksand, otherwise they're going to get blown away. And they win it again. Malte Stromwall doing good work down in the corner. There's more trouble here. Cross-ice pass, and it was almost in at the far post. Tom Nielsen, the defender, came up and almost snuck in unmarked. And now that's a wrist shot from Malte Stromwall. Relatively comfortable for Philip Larsson to take in the Leksand goal, but there we are. There's a big crowd on hand at the Scandinavium, and they are enjoying themselves right now, having seen their team recover from a 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 lead. As for the Leksand fans, they're a bit more subdued than they were 5 minutes ago. 6:33 to go in the second period. Puck once again is behind the Leksand goal. Oh, what a snuck out. Squeezed out in front of net. Fortunately for Leksand, there was no Frölunda player there, because otherwise that would have been more trouble for them. Leksand finally got the puck in the Frölunda zone, and they've done well there to keep on top of it. But good defensive play by Frölunda allows them to take the puck away from them. There's a sloppy play into the neutral zone, which allows Leksand to get it straight back. They dump it in. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, it just goes wide, and there's another shot. That's a good save, Lasse Johansson. Uda have gone up 2-1 against Skellefteå. Well, 1-0 up, it went 1-1, and now Ranta has put Uda back into the lead, 2-1. And here come Leksand, trying to find an equaliser. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Just not finding much joy at the moment, not keeping hold of the puck. This may help them. So that's going to be icing against Frölunda, so they're going to get the face-off down the other end of the ice. Just watching a replay. It was Marek Harevik who had the chance. It was a decent save by Johansson. He had enough time to get across and get set, so definitely a save you would expect him to make, but make it he did. That was Eric Boré, the scorer of the goal that's put Frölunda ahead, wins the face-off in his own zone, allowing them to get out. No, it's going to come straight back at them, and Leksand now are charging forward. Not able to make anything of it so far. They've scrapped for it well to keep it in the zone, and now that's a shot. He deflected wide, actually, didn't get through to Johansson, and there's a bit of confusion as to where the puck had gone, but it's still in that zone. Frölunda not able to get it clear until now. As we head to the final 4 minutes of the second period. Leksand looking for a way back into this. Plenty of charging about, plenty of physical stuff from both teams. Oh, and that is a stupid penalty to give away by Leksand. The stupid penalty is just behind their own goal. It's going to be Alexander Lundqvist who goes for it. It was a scrap on the boards. The puck was just stuck there. Came free. Oh, and he just hits Noah Herser. Holding call. Noah Herser, the scorer of the first goal for Frölunda. And yeah, it's just sloppy. And it gives Frölunda the opportunity to get on the power play and to get a 2-goal lead potentially. Leksand had just started to stem the tide a bit and had a couple of chances. But now, you know, referees, well, Lino has whistled, or the referee has whistled. They're going to take that face off again, but we are 3 minutes 21 left in the second period. Frölunda up 2-1 and now on the power play. Mikael Ruhuma wins the face-off draw. Puts it back to Henrik Terminus, who's going to get it back now on the blue line, the defenseman for Frölunda. Moving it around, backwards and forwards, trying to set up a play. Oh, they've just mishandled that. Malta Strömfall unable to get it, but they've been able to recover it slightly, but then Leksand have got it back. So Leksand now can just play it about a bit in their own zone and then lump it down the other end of the ice. Henrik Terminus picks it up behind his own net. And we now start coming forward. Pushes it through, but that's not a great pass, and Leksand are able to nick that and push it back into the Frölunda zone. See, it's Malta Strömfall coming through the middle, trying to spin a move on them. Didn't quite make it, but they're going to have a chance here. Henrik Terminus makes a shot. Deflects away. Strömfall picks it up behind the net, flings it round the boards. 48 seconds to go on a power play. Strömfall faking the shot. Now a nice little pass back to Strömfall, back to Terminus. Moving it about, back to Terminus on the blue line. Puts it through the middle and it goes in. Tipped in front. Jere Ingela. Looks like it's him who gets the final touch. Frölunda from 1-0 down have just gone up 3-1. It was just nicely worked by Frölunda. Good work on the power play. Malta Strömfall. And Henrik Terminus was just going backwards and forwards. Terminus out wide. Back to Terminus on the blue line. He flicks it in and then stood there in front. Jere Ingela, he was on the crease. There was, ooh, that is poor from Lexan. There isn't a defender anywhere near him. No pressure on him at all. He could stand safely in front of Lynette. Any touch from there is going to be difficult for the goalie, and that's exactly how it turned out. So for Lunda now, take a 3-1 lead. Jere Ingela with the goal. As we just see, Farias thought of taking a 2-1 lead against Linköping. Looked like it was Victor Edsel. I didn't see it for certain, but we shall review that at the end of the period. But for now, it's all about Frölunda taking a 3-1 lead. What a turnaround for them. Leksand will be really disappointed. They'd got into the lead. And then from the first goal from Noah Herser, they've really been dominated. Haven't looked comfortable. And Frölunda have made them pay. It's a poor penalty to give away by them. Alexander Lundqvist will be disappointed because it was a silly penalty. It gave Frölunda the perfect opportunity to drive home their advantage at the end of this second period, and that's exactly what they've done. I've formally seen the official assists on that goal. Henrik Terminus will get one because it was his shot from the blue line, although it was a well-judged shot. It was a wrist shot that was very deliberately trying to put it towards net, knowing that Jere Ingela was there to deflect it rather than a slap shot that he was trying to blast past Larsen. We come to the final minute. Okay, so it's Freeby and Terminus who gets the assists on that one. And the third goal for Frölunda. As I update my notes, and Leksand coming forward. They're certainly not out of this yet, but they've given themselves a mountain to climb. Showing the replay for the third goal again, it's just a nice goal. Nice little play. Henrik Terminus knew exactly what he was doing there. Experienced defender. Came across from Genève Servette. 4 this season. I spent 6 seasons in Switzerland with Genève. And he's made a really positive impact for Frölunda this season. As we coming up to the final 30 seconds of this one, the shots on target are level 15-15, but it's Frölunda who has made them count the most. You can see the Leksand fans in screen at the moment, and I was just wondering where this period has gone, frankly. Very disappointing for Lem and Charles Berglund, their head coach. That's a shot on target that was dealt with by Philip Larsen. And the puck's just completely flipped out. So that's going to be the end of the second period. And what an exciting second period it was. Leksand taking a 1-0 lead. But then Frölunda hitting back with 3 goals to drive home their advantage. The final one coming on the power play. Frölunda are in the driving seat in this one as we come to the end of the second period. So I shall have a quick look around, if I can. Here we go. Put my intermission counter up, so that's a bit of a, what would I call, an approximation of where we might be in the game, I would say. Gives you an idea as to when we'll be coming back, because the lights are being dimmed in the Scandinavium. There's some sort of competition going on in the middle of the ice by the looks of it. As we have a look across the scores. So, Lillywhite and Erebro is still 1-0 Erebro at the end of the second period. Would be a big win for them. Skellefteå 1, Modo 2. Timbro 3, Hovhesiet 1. Farestad now 3-1 up against the Linköping, so I need to update that. Farestad 3-1 up. There we go. Malmö 2-0 up on Oskarshamn. Växjö remained 2-1 up. That was 2-1 at the end of the first period, so no goals in the second period between Rögle and Växjö at La Katina Arena. So that's been a really good second period. Interesting to see what Leksand have for the third period, because if they hadn't taken that penalty and had gone in at 2-1 down, you'd feel they'd be okay with that. They had a bad spell of 5-6 minutes. 1 goal down wouldn't be too much of a problem, but to have conceded that second goal and to be 2 goals behind just gives them that big of a task, doesn't it? And if they can come out, get a goal, get 1 goal back fairly soon in the third period, then it's all to play for. And it's all to play for. 2 goals, we know, is a lead that can easily be get back in, can easily be recovered, should I say, in short order. But Frölunda will be very happy with how that second period panned out. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break to get myself another drink, and then I'll be back in a couple of minutes or so, 3 or 4 minutes, to review some of the other games, review some of the other news going on right now in the world of ice hockey, or hockey, the version with ice. And then we will be back for the third period in about 15 minutes or so. So I'll take a couple of minutes break, and then be back to talk some general hockey news. Hello, hello. We are back. Sort of, anyway. Back with a drink. And just seeing how things are going at the moment. The arena is still in relative darkness. So it's still a few minutes before they come out. But there's lots to look at and lots to enjoy and to look around. Obviously, there's plenty of sports news going on right now. I think there are a couple of Premier League games in the UK going on. I think Man United are playing tonight. It is transfer deadline day, although that seems to be a bit of a damp squib today compared to the usual madness. The big transfer news, of course, being in Formula One with the shock announcement of Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari for 2025. But back to the hockey. And the main game that kind of changed a bit outside of R1 at the end of the second period was Färjestad against Linköping. So that was 1-1. Tyrati with his 19th goal of the season for Linköping to tie it up 1-1. But then there were 2 late goals in the second period for Färjestad. Victor Ejdsell with his 17th. He's been through a bit of a dry spell of late, but he's back on the score sheet there to make it 2-1. An assist by Joel Shellman. And then just under 2 minutes to go in the second period, Per Asplund on a power play with his 13th goal of the season. Assist for Victor Ejdsell and Magnus Nygren. It was Linus Hultström who got called for a hooking charge. And Per Asplund made them pay. So 3-1 lead for Färjestad against Linköping in their game. Just as it's a 3-1 lead for the home team in our game between Frölunda and Leksand. Let's have a quick look on here. If we can. Let's see if this will work. I'm just going to try not to be too clever. Always the best thing for me. There we go. Okay. There we are. So this is currently on the SHL website, so we can see the live table as things stand today. So both Växjö and Färjestad are winning at the moment. So there will remain a 4-point gap between them two. But look at Frölunda. If things stay the same, they start today's games in 6th. They would jump up to 3rd if the results of the other games all stay the same. So that's a bit of a turnaround, although very tight there. Of course, Skellefteå, Leksand, Linköping and Timrå. It's the other end of the table that gets interesting. So Oskarshamn currently losing, Modo currently winning. So that would take the gap between 14th and 12th up to 16 points, and that's very unlikely to get overhauled. Horvit losing today 3-1 away to Timrå at the end of the second period. So still time to come back in it, but you're then looking at a 6-point gap to Modo and potentially a 7-point gap to Malmö, who are beating Oskarshamn at the moment. Rögle is still in and around it, but this is the point now for Horvit on 42. Some of these teams, Örebro and Rögle, they were trying to drag them into it, and they certainly were dragged into it not long ago. Just picking up a couple of wins will keep them away and make it difficult for Horvit to be able to get out of it. The teams are back out on the ice at the Scandinavium, so we are getting close to starting the third period in our game between Frölunda and Leksand. If you're not aware where you can get coverage in the UK, you can sign up to the online platform that is Home of Hockey. That's homeofhockey.tv. And you can either subscribe to a Swedish package, which gives you all of the games live and on demand, the Swedish Hockey League, Hockey Allsvenskan, and the SDHL, the Svenska Dam Hockey League, the Women's League. There's also a Finnish Liga subscription, or you can do a subscription that gets you all of them, both of them. Probably the better way of saying it. Check the territory details in terms of what you can watch around the world. But what we can watch here is period 3 between Frölunda and Leksand. Leksand trying to get back into this, having conceded those 3 goals in the second period. Can they make an impact? Carter Ashton is on the ice for Leksand, which is a really important point for them. He has been out for quite a while, hasn't he? So he is at least back on the ice. That's good news from today, irrespective of the result for Leksand. He's on the line with Marek Horovic and Justin Kloos as we get underway in the third period. Frölunda 3, Leksand 1. Can Leksand make a comeback, or have Frölunda already dealt a decisive blow with those quick goals in the second period? It's going to be icing by Frölunda, so Leksand will get a face-off down the other end of the ice. Leksand win it. They're trying to make something happen, weaving it around behind the net. Lucas Elvenes on the ice, trying to make something happen. They've kept it in the zone nicely. They almost lost it there, and now they can try and create something. It's a good save by Lasse Johansson. Rebound was there just for a second, but the Frölunda defence were able to get on top of it and get it clear. But that's where we are now. Frölunda got a nice 2-goal lead, but they will not be taking the foot off the accelerator anytime soon, because they know 1 goal for Leksand and it's right back home. Leksand know that all too well too. They're trying to dump it in. They have done. Lasse Johansson can't do anything other than flick it to one side, which gives Leksand a chance to work it, but they've messed that up. Puck's going to go down all the way to the other end of the ice. Leksand will try to regroup. Carly Osman, the Leksand scorer, is trying to cause a bit more havoc. Although he almost got there, but was at the end of a shift by the look of it. So he's going to go back to the bench on a change. And for Leksand, that means the fourth line coming back out, centred by John Knuts. The Mats Knuts, as I like to call him. It's a wild shot from the blue line for Leksand that hits the netting and goes out by Johansson. There's been decent pressure over the past minute for Leksand. Sometimes the way in hockey games like this, when you've conceded goals in a bundle like Leksand did near the end of that second period, you can sometimes press a bit too much, try to get them all back in one go. There's still a lot of hockey to be played here, 17:48 to go in their third period, so fair to show some urgency, but there's no need to rush. Play a good composed game. So often is the case in hockey. It's about putting one good shift after another together and building that momentum, building that pressure. Talk about building pressure. Malmö have just gone up 3-0 away to Oskarshamn. Fullby with the goal. And that is bad news for Oskarshamn. Great news for Malmö. Desperate for a win. And they are well on the way. As we hit the 3-minute mark in the third period, not a lot to be said so far, other than the fact that Leksand have definitely had the better of it in terms of possession. Most of the game in this third period has been spent in the Frölunda zone. And that's a shot from the blue line that went into traffic. It didn't quite get through, I don't think, to Lasse Johansson in the Frölunda net. But this sort of pressure is exactly what they were hoping for. Just looking past the microphone, past the camera. You know what it's like. I say you know what it's like if you're an amateur like me. We are... Carter Ashton ploughed to the ground. Right into the boards. That's a nice hit, actually, by Christian Folin, who seems to have enjoyed it, judging by his expression on the bench. We are on the Thursday live stream. Okay, Oskarshamn have got to go back. Valeri has got one back, so it's 3-1 at the BG Hockey Arena, just as it is here at the Scandinavian, but in this case it's the home team who are 2 goals to the good. Ooh. Sliding along the ice, a few of them. Little tumble there by one of the Leksand players, didn't catch the number, but it's good play by Frölunda to just get a bit of initiative in this third period for the first time, nearly 5 minutes in. They, of course, don't have to force the issue with the 2-goal lead. And that's perfect for that team. Be disciplined and organised in the way they play their game, and force Leksand to try and make something happen, which they are trying to do, to be fair to them. A couple of efforts, but nothing too dangerous for Lasse Johansson in the Frölunda net. Leksand come forward, yes, again, but just didn't have control of it, and now the puck's come out and they've been caught offside. Lucas Fedeno getting a bit frustrated. Well, now we have... Well, firstly, Timrå have gone up 4-1 against Ulvehetiet, but in this game, Leksand are in some trouble because there is a penalty to come. Delay penalty, so Lasse Johansson has come out of the net. Frölunda have got the extra man. Leksand able to touch the puck there, so the whistle goes 13:52 to go in the third period. We'll see who the penalty is against. Looks like it's Lucas Elvenes. Yes, it is. High sticking call against the forward. It comes fairly off. Oh, that's silly. It's really silly. It's on a face-off in the neutral zone. He got a little nudge by, I think it was Jere Injala. And he reacted, flicking his stick up, and it caught Injala in the face. So it's one of those situations where he was waving his arm, Lucas Elvenes was waving his arm at the official, saying, well, where's the call against the other guy? But, as we all know, if the referee doesn't see it and they don't call it, but they do see your reaction and your retaliation, then you're the one who's going to end up in the box, and that is big trouble for Leksand. This is a big 2 minutes, big penalty kill for them. 4-1 down, you struggle to see them getting back in it. As the puck goes up and over the glass, empty Stromval pass deflected up and out. So perhaps a key moment in this game. And as we get set with another face-off, Mikael Ruhoma in there for Frölunda. Rennie wins it. Oh, but that's a poor pass up to Henrik Terminus, who has to retreat, go back into his own zone to pick it up. Färjestad have gone up 4-1 against Linköping. That's Joel Nygård, making it 4-1. Ooh, not 34, is it? Here we go. Should be up to date now. Nothing much doing. Oh, Rebru have gone up 2-0 against Luleå. Larson with the goal. Would be an impressive win away from home. And Oskarsson's comeback looks to have been put to touch pretty quickly. Malmö now 4-1 up away to Oskarssson. So plenty of goals about the Swedish Hockey League so far. And the reason I'm not saying much about the game right now is because Frölunda are coming up to 30 seconds to go on their power play. They really haven't done anything with it. They don't have to force the issue, of course. So I see Johansson took the puck in, had a look up, wanted to play it, but wasn't really a good option, so has had to cover it up. So Leksand will get an opportunity to take a face-off down Frölunda's zone with 19 seconds to go on the power play. About to get the face-off when, assuming that Frölunda don't get any further with this power play, there'll be just under 12 minutes to go for Leksand if they can kill this off. Malmö now 5-1 up. Persson with the goal. That is disastrous for Oskarssson there. Feels like they pretty much know their fate is sealed in terms of the relegation playoff now, don't they? So that's an offside against Leksand. So they have successfully killed that penalty. And that's job one done for them, because that could have been game over for them if they would have gone 4-1 down. So, tick that off. They now need to get back to how they started the third period. They were much of the better team at the start of the third period, putting pressure on, albeit without creating too much in the way of gilt-edged chances. But Leksand now may try and get a bit of momentum from the penalty kill and see if they can move forward. And that's nice play by Lucas Elvenes, who was the one who gave away the penalty. Trying to make amends after his teammates have bailed him out. Top line for Leksand. Competing hard. Trying to make something happen. There's some good hits going on from both sides here. Leksand still have it. Shot on net doesn't get through. Henrik Terminus blocked it and was able to push it away. And that's not going to be icing, so Leksand will have to play it. Lucas Lagerby, defenseman, picks it up. Frölunda are so difficult to play in these sort of situations because they're relatively rigid in how they set up, and sometimes that can count against them. It seemed to do in the what's it called, Spengler Cup, just after Christmas, where game against Team Canada in particular, they were kind of pushed around and didn't really know what to do to push back. But with the lead here, they're able to play a good, solid, safe game. It's difficult for Lexington to really get any good chances, but they're going to try again. Coming up to 10 minutes to go in the third period. So Frölunda leading 3-1 against Lexington. Frölunda, as results stand currently, would go third, up from 6th to 3rd if everything stays the same. Färjestad currently in second are winning. Växjö currently are winning. They're the league leaders, so that will be the top 3. Skellefteå currently in 3rd, but currently losing 2-1 away to, or at home against Moody. Here come Lexington. It's a shot on target. Not really difficult for Lasse Johansson to deal with, but was able to push it away, but it's the sort of thing Lexington need to do it in a minute. 3-1 down, 9 minutes to go. Getting some shots on net, creating some pressure. Looking for rebounds, looking for tips. Lexington keep coming forward. What they could do there was dump it in, and Frölunda were wise to it and mopped that up. Although Lexington have fought well to stop them having an easy path out of their zone, and that buzzer means we're on a power break for a minute, so we can take a breath. Just looking at an alert on my phone, it says there is, the Met Office has said there's an increased chance of snow in Norfolk this month, with more winds set to arrive from the north. Oh, how nice. We'll see how that develops. Okay. What are we now? Let's see the clock come up. 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. Feels like it's now or never for Lexington. They've got a face-off in the Frölunda zone to Lasse Johansson's right. They win it. They secure the puck. Goes around the boards, but they've been so good at dealing with that sort of situation, Frölunda. They deal with it again. It's going to be offside. Become a little bit stop-start, which will suit Frölunda. Lexington fans, there are people clapping. I don't know what they're clapping for, but everyone's clapping for something. Apologies for not knowing what they're clapping for. Lexington have it in their own zone, and now we're coming through the neutral zone, putting it in. Battle in the corner, which is won by Lexington, and they're trying to get it back to the blue line, which they do, but that puck's gone up and back over the blue line again, and so they're going to be caught offside. Matt Cato looks frustrated, nothing much he could do about that, the Lexington defenseman. Marek Frivik, another one who just looks a bit annoyed, as does Carter Ashton, much as he's glad to be back on the ice after a long layoff. Patrick Sakrason It's now on the third line on for Lexand. Frölunda win the face-off in the Lexand zone. And they're going to have a shot on net, and that almost deflected past Philip Larsson. Frölunda can take a measured approach here, knowing that they can let Lexand do the chasing. If they can grab a goal out of nothing, well, that's pretty much this game over. Lexand are doing well without creating too many chances, it has to be said, but they're back to having the majority of the puck, which is how it should be, being 3-1 down, how it needs to be if they're going to work an opening to get back in it. You head into the final 7 minutes of this game. You do feel that Lexand are going to get anything out of this game. You really need to get a goal fairly soon, just to put the pressure on Frölunda. They're comfortable at the moment. For all that Lexand have had a decent amount of the puck in the third period, haven't really done much with it. It's a bit like a boxer who's ahead on points and is just keeping their opponent at a distance, at a safe distance. That's a nice pass in to the Lexand zone, and they're almost able to get on the end of it. Lucas Fademo, always a danger man, and he's back. Couldn't quite get on the end of that, and Lexand have to regroup, and it's that disruptive defence from Frölunda that's just making it difficult for Lexand to turn puck possession into decent opportunities. Now Frölunda working it around in the Lexand zone, using up time as much as anything. Time is Lexand's enemy at the moment, with 5:40 to go in the third period, trailing by 2 goals. Färjestad have gone up 5-1 against Linköping. Oskar Lorda with the goal. So Färjestad looking like a good win against Linköping. So that's icing against Frölunda. So opportunity for the face-off in the Frölunda zone. Much run by the Frölunda coach. Looking a little frustrated there. I think it was against the call or something, because he can't be frustrated with his team being 3-1 up. Or, well, I don't know, maybe it can be. Wants to see more from his team. As Multi Strumval comes forward, trying to get a... Oh, he almost got in front. It was a shot by Mikael Ruhoma. And Strumval had skated forward after his pass, and he almost hit him in front of the net, and that could have been danger. But it wasn't. And as we're now in the final 5 minutes of this one, Frölunda's 2-goal lead looks like a lead that is going to stick. Can Lexand do anything about it? Get the over centre ice and then dump it in. I've done that a few times, and it's just not the sort of thing that's going to work against Frölunda, I don't think. See the replay of the Frölunda chance there. Almost, it's clever play by Ruhoma. It was a shot on target, it counts as a shot on target, but it was as much it was a pass come shot, really. Knowing that Strumval was out there in front, just couldn't get a meaningful touch on the puck to make things difficult for Philip Larsson in the Lexand goal. 4 minutes 16 to go. Frölunda look like they're going to be heading third. Do Lexand have a late flurry in them? pocket of their fans in the corner here are definitely doing what they can to try and revel them up. So into the final 4 minutes. But it's good play again by Frölunda. They're just being difficult to play against, breaking things up, stopping Leksand from building any real momentum, any set pattern of play. And now the puck goes forward and it has to be covered up by Philip Larsson in the Leksand net with 3 minutes 30 to go. That's the Frölunda fans clapping away. Whilst the Leksand fans stand there with their arms crossed. Thinking that they're probably going to be going home empty-handed. Can we see something from Leksand at the last? It's bunged up on the boards once again, exactly where Frölunda want it, not where Leksand want it, as we pass the 3-minute warning marker. Leksand just not able to work their way past this Frölunda smothering cover of defence. Leksand have now pulled Philip Larsson out of their goal with 2:37 to go. So it's now an effort for Leksand. Time out being called by Leksand. So Charles Berglund has got his whiteboard out, his marker. He's drawing something up. Matt Cato looking in. Justin Kloos. Getting a good close-up of the numbers and what they're trying to do. Let's see if they can put the plan into action here. Carter Ashton in conversation with Marek Hreivik. We all know the story here. Face-off to Lasse Johansson's right. And the Frölunda zone. Frölunda leading 3-1, 2 minutes 37 to go. Leksand have pulled their goalie in a last attempt to try and get a goal to get within one. They're taking the risk to have the extra man on the ice. They've struggled really to create any good openings 5-on-5 in this period for all the puck possession they've had. And this is a chance, but he just couldn't take it with him. That was Carter Ashton trying to get to something. Luleå have just scored with 3.5 minutes to go to make it Luleå 1, Örebro 2. So a bit nervy for Örebro now. Home team Luleå will be trying to push through to see if they can get something from it. As we're on 2:25 to go now. Lucas Fademo trying to win the face-off for his team, but is unable to, and that's problems now. Frölunda are able to keep hold of it, but they're giving it away. It was a little bit sloppy by them there. But that's good forechecking by them. They've managed to pin them into the Leksand zone, and now they've rescued it, but in doing so they've killed off a few more seconds. We're now at 2 minutes to go. Leksand without a keeper in there and with a 2-goal deficit to make up as they wind their way into the zone. push it round the boards. Petter Solaric is there in the corner trying to win it, and he does a good job of doing that, but now it gets tied up. Comes flinging round the other side. Lucas Elvenes now has it. Comes back to the blue line. They're trying to work something. Oh, mishandled. Trying to mop it up. 1:25 to go. It's now or never for Lexington if they're going to get anything from this game. But it comes clear and it goes back to the blue line. So they've still got it. Almost lost it there. Let's see what they can do. They're being patient, but they can't afford to be too patient. That's a chance. It just doesn't get through. Gets dumped down the other end of the ice. It's going to go wide. So that's going to be icing. 58 seconds to go. Watching a replay of Lexington's latest attempt. So they worked it nicely enough. It was a save by Lasse Johansson actually, but it was from a very tight angle. So 58 seconds to go. Lexington win the face-off, so they control the puck. But it's a shot on net and it gets blocked. It gets thrown down the other end of the ice, and that's going to be icing. Well worth a go. That was Linus Nassian threw his body to the ice to block it. Oh, that's a very fed up looking Lexington fan in the stands there. Not very happy at all. To be fair, the woman next to him, who presumably is his partner, was wearing a Frölunda scarf, so it's probably as much. Bragging rights lost for that fella. We'll be hearing about it for days. Lexington, 40 seconds to go. They've still got the puck, but they're not getting too far with it. Frölunda doing a great job of just making it so difficult for them. And we now hit 30 seconds and, well, there's a shot, but it gets deflected away. It is recovered by them, but they're just running out of time. 20 seconds to go. 2 goals needed. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. They're putting it back to the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by Lasse Johansson. They've set it up, and it goes wide. Oscar Lang with the opportunity, but he couldn't take advantage of it. Now we're down to 5 seconds. It's a final shot. It gets saved by Lasse Johansson. There's a swing and another swing, and the puck goes wide. And that is this game over. Frölunda come from 1-0 down to win 3-1. 3 goals late in the second period have done it for Frölunda. Goals from, who was it here? Noah Husser, Eric Bohr, and Jere Injula. That's been the difference for Frölunda. The goal for Lexington coming from Carly Osman to open things up, but that was all they could manage. Despite a good effort in the third period and plenty of puck possession, Frölunda was just too difficult to break down, and Lasse Johansson did what he needed to do, but to be honest, there wasn't too much in the way of difficult saves for him in that third period, thanks to the excellent work in front of him by his teammates. That's a good, solid win for Frölunda. And a good opportunity for them to jump up the standings. Having a look around the scores, it looks like things are as they were in my last roundup. Team Brought have completed their 4-1 win against Sofia Hurtiet at the SCA Arena. So Team Brought with a win. Frölunda, of course, have finished that game. Malmö have ended up 5-1 victors over Oskarshamn at the Bigiv Hockey Centre. So Oskarshamn already in trouble, but now pretty much resigned to being in the relegation playoff, you suspect. Rögle have lost 2-1, so not great day for them. They're still in some trouble, but league leaders Fekwa getting a good away win. Färjestad in second place. Doesn't look like they've quite finished yet, but a 5-1 up on Linköping, so that one's almost home and hosed. The one game that is still going on is Skellefteå Mudu. I'll see if I can catch the end of that one. Let's see. via Home of Hockey. It may be over by the time I get to it, actually. So Moodoo, we're 2-1 up. We may just be joining for the celebrations. Come on. Oh no, we're still going. It looks like there's still 4 minutes to go in this one. Okay, we'll come across to this one then. Let's have a little look. So this is Skellefteå and Moodoo. Where are we? There we go. Okay then, let's swap to this one. So Skellefteå 1, Moodoo 2. Skellefteå's goal coming from Jonathan Pudus. Skellefteå have outshot Moodoo 36-18. The home crowd with 4 minutes 1 second to go, cheering on their team. Can they get back in it? They're on the power play. David Bernhardt has been done for interference, so Skellefteå with a golden opportunity now. On the power play. They're coming forward. Big penalty kill for Moodoo. What they've done there, I think they've gone offside. Rikard Hug looking a bit annoyed with himself. He's managed to do that. Here comes left, just shot on target, but it gets deflected wide. Have another go. Oh, it goes past the post that time. Danger, danger. Oh, and that looks like it could be another penalty, and it is. Wow. So it's all fallen apart for Moodoo. Looks like a high stick. It is, yeah. So that's Sam Vigno for Moodoo. Trying to get the puck, but it's just misses it completely, and his stick comes all the way up, smacks Oscar Lindby in the face, so that's going to be 5-on-3. Oh dear. Trouble for Moodoo. They lead 2-1 away to Skellefteå with 3 minutes to go, but it's going to be 5-on-3 for a minute, and then there'll still be another minute per play if they don't score, so let's see where this one ends up. I should say, just looking through the Skellefteå lineup, the main news there is that Axel Sundin Palika is back in the team. Played with an injury in the final of the World Juniors for Sweden and hasn't been in the team since, but this is his first game back. And of course, lethal on the power play and on the blue line, so maybe that will come into play here. So Skellefteå looking to set something up. Working it nicely, and that's a brilliant goal. It was simple as you like in the end. Tic-tac-toe, Jonathan Jonsson with the goal. They made the 2 extra men count. Nicely done. That's exactly what you need to do, of course, in that situation. And that makes it 2-2, and the danger doesn't end there, of course, because Skellefteå now have all the momentum. The game level at 2-2. And Moodoo are looking a little bit nervous because they are seeing what was a 2-1 lead as being an opportunity to end up losing this one completely. It's just nice play. I mean, there was nothing the goalie could do there. It's Eriksson. Oh, Linköping have scored. It's going to be a consolation goal, but it's for Patrick Russell, who has been flying the goals in at the moment. So that's 5-2 Färjestad over at Linköping. We stay here. The Skellefteå fans are pogoing up and down. With 2 minutes to go, they still have a minute on a 5-on-4 power play. Smudu dump it in. Can Skellefteå come all the way back and win this one in regulation time? Will be heartbreak for Mudu, but they've kind of caused their own problems with the 2 penalties they've taken late on in this third period. They just dump it in there. Jonathan Pudas unable to find the mark, but he's able to wrap it up and get things going again. Here we go, Jonathan Jonsson trying to set something up, and they've kept it in the puck. Rikard Huger's got it, weaving round, had a think about a shot, but has come back on it. Axel Sandin Pellica is now on the ice. He's waiting on the blue line. He wants something. It's a shot, and it flips up and goes over the glass. Ooh. It's been quite a bit of physical play in this third period by the looks of some of these replays, but it's nice play by Skellefteå. And a 5-on-3 for Jonathan Jonsson to equalise for the home team. The power play is basically done. There's just 1 second to go on that, but there's 1:03 left on the clock in regulation time. Skellefteå now out shooting Mudu. 38 shots on target to 20 by Mudu. Is there one final twist in the tail? Back 5-on-5. Mudu just had a little sniff of something there, but it was able to be mopped up by Skellefteå, who've put it out, but Mudu now dump it back in after gaining the red line. That's going to be icing, I think. Yes. Icing against Skellefteå. So with 26 seconds to go, Mudu do have an opportunity to win a face-off in the Skellefteå zone and try to have a shot on target. Looks like it's heading to overtime at a point apiece. Bearing in mind Skellefteå were trading for a lot of this, they'd probably be happy enough with taking the chances in overtime. And maybe you could say the same for Mudu. It's disappointing to lose out on a 2-1 leading position, but considering the mess they then got themselves in with the 2 penalties, you felt that they could see it all come falling down. So the fact that they look like at the very least are going to take it to overtime to get a point away from home against one of the best teams in the league is not too bad for them. Josh Dickinson on the ice for Mudu. He's going to be in the face-off circle trying to win this one. And then trying to set up a shot. That's a whistle on the play. They're going to go again with a face-off, I think. Yes, they are. We do win it, and they're going to have a chance there, but shot didn't get through. And with 15 seconds to go now. After one chance to maybe get up the ice, but that isn't going to go anywhere. So there'll be one shot on target. And that gets flicked away by Jonathan Pudas. And that's going to be it for regulation time. So I left you with the late goal through Jonathan Jonsson on the power play. Have forced this one to overtime. We finish in regulation 2 apiece. And now have 5 minutes to see if the two teams can be separated. Confirm the other games ended Fulham 3-1, and the one that we watched, Discussion 1, Malmö 5. It's a big win for the Malmö Redhawks there. Rögle 1, Växjö 2, league leaders winning again. Luleå got a late goal but were unable to get all the way back against Örebro, so that's a big win for Örebro away from home. Skellefteå 2, Modo 2 going into overtime that we're watching here in Timbro 4. Hovhetiet 1 and Färjestad 5. In Köping 2. So a good win at home at the Lufberg Arena by Färjestad. As we get ready for 5 more minutes of hockey at the Skellefteå Kraft Arena. Right then, here we go, 3-on-3. First chance could go to Skellefteå here. Unable to corral it, although they've kept hold of the puck. And now they wind their way back into their own zone to try and set something up. After dominating the puck so far in the first 50 seconds or so, not yet able to create something, and that has gone up and over. So there we are. Don't know why it's done that. Max Lindholm looking a bit annoyed. It's patient from them. Par Lindholm were moving it around. He cut inside, nice little move, and he went to shoot the puck, but it deflects up off the stick and goes high over the glass. So, different trio on now for Skellefteå. Jonathan Pudas, Dylan Sakura, and I think Andreas Jonsson. Oh no, he's not in the team. He's not going to be in there. I think it's Oscar Lindberg actually. I saw the 4. Thought it was 14, which is Andreas Jonsson's number, I think. Off the top of my head. Oh, that's a good pass up the ice. Oscar Lindberg has got it. Moves it well, but that's good defended by Mudu. And now they can come forward. And they may need to change. Now they're going to take it through. And that's a lovely move. Is it a chance? Ooh, speared there at the end. Gustav Lindvall did a good job. Sampo Ranter, I think it was. Let's have a look. Oh, no, actually, it was Mikkel Agard. Nice move. But unable to get it past Gustav Lindvall. So 3:21 to go in overtime. Mudu have it in a Skellefteå zone. They pull it out now just to give themselves some space. Pontus and Sian for Mudu. Has it and he palms it off. They come skating up the ice. An opportunity in front. Ooh, that was close. Sam Vigneault was almost on the end of that. Pontus Nasian now has it for Mudu, and he's just skating around. Sometimes that's the whole point about this 3-on-3 play. Not trying to force a pass, trying to wait for something to happen. It's Riley Woods now who's got it for Mudu, and he's going to take it out of the zone. See if he gets chased. He dishes it off. So, 2 minutes 20 to go now. Josh Dickinson trying to make something happen. Weaving this way and that. Puts it across the Sampo Ranta. So dangerous, and that's good speed. Lovely spin move. Took the shot, but it went wide. Someone's stick went flying there. I think it's Sampo Ranta. Oh no, there's no need for that. Someone grabbed at him there. Gustav Lindvall was able to snaffle the puck, so they whistled the play dead. Ooh, that was a chance for Vigneault. Just seeing the replay there. Here we go. Okay, so Josh Dickinson is in the face-off circle for Mudu. I think it's Par Lindholm for Skellefteå. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. As we come into the final 2 minutes, it looks... Oh, there's a coming together between two of them. The referee doesn't call anything. The Leigard from Mudu was not particularly happy about that. Thought he might have got a call, but didn't. Skellefteå were able to get it up the ice, but Mudu have recovered it. And they're just going on a line change. Can they make something happen? But it's unable to handle the puck there, which means Skellefteå can pick it up for Oscar Nielsen. And now Skellefteå, with 1 minute 10 to go, looking to create something. Max Lindholm created a good opportunity for himself earlier in this overtime, but puck flicked up and went over the glass. Oscar Nielsen back to him. Ooh, opportunity. Max Lindholm was looking for something there. Now it's it Riley Woods from Mudu. No, he can't quite get on the end of that. I'll have to settle it down. Coming up to 30 seconds to go now. Oscar Nielsen just puts it out. Dylan Sakura weaving through, has a shot, great save, big chance. There's another one and another good save. And now it's going to be coming the other way. Mudu on a breakaway, can they win it? No, great save by Gustav Lindvall. Excellent entertainment there. There were two good chances for Skellefteå. And it went back up the other end on a breakaway. So Dylan Sakura with the first chance for Skellefteå. Good save. Dished it out, and there was another save, and then it was off to the races, trying to see who it is. I think it was Sampo Ranta, it was. And that's a good save, good strong save. Gustav Lindvall got a long way out, started a long way out, and then was just controlled in sliding backwards, trying to not overcommit, and did a good job there. So 12 seconds to go in overtime. Skellefteå 2, Mudu 2. Is there one final chance here? Mudu win the face-off, but the puck then comes out of the Skellefteå zone, so they just set it up, and that's going to be it. And we are heading for a shootout. Excitement at the Skellefteå Kraft Arena. Okay, well, this is how you want to end Thursday hockey on the Swedish Hockey League with an exciting penalty shootout. Who is going to come through? Both teams will log a point. But who is going to grab the bonus point? big chance by Sampo Ranta. Good save by Gustav Lindvall. Fair play to him. Not been the busier of the two goalies. That has been Olli Eriksson Ek, who has been on loan in the Hockeyallsvenskan of late. It's giving Lassi Lehtinen the night off. So, here we go. It's Sampo Ranta who's going to start things off for Moody. Takes the puck, comes in slowly, and scores. Ooh, Gustav Lindvall seems a bit disappointed with that one. Thought he had a shot at it, but that's Sampo Ranta. Nice move, flicked it up and over his pad. Really good finish. And now we go to Skellefteå. Shot and save. That's Anton Heikkinen, unable to beat Olli Eriksson Ek. So round one to Moody. We gain the advantage. And let's see if it can be driven home by Johan Södergren, is it? I think it is. Coming in from the left. Shot. Good save, Gustav Lindvall. So keeps his team in it. Didn't try anything fancy there, Södergren. Just a simple move trying to beat the goalie, but unable to do it. And now, here we go, Axel Sundin Pellikka. The youngster for Skellefteå came in at pace, but was stoned by Olli Eriksson Ek. So that's 2 saves in 2 from the Moody goalie. And that gives Moody the chance to win it with the third penalty to take the bonus point. Here they come. Adam Pettersson scores! Gustav Lindvall got a touch. It isn't Adam Pettersson, I'm afraid. It's Theodor Niederbach. He is the one who's won it for Moody. Gustav Lindvall thought he had a chance at it. He did get a touch, but was unable to keep it out. Theodor Niederbach gets the winner. Moody win it 3-2, win it in overtime, and that's a great win for them, especially having given up the lead later on against Skellefteå and then had to battle through the penalty kill. It's a nice little move, and he pushes it through Gustav Lindvall's legs. And that's going to be the difference maker today. Theodor Niederbach, the hero for Moody, as they win 3-2 at the Skellefteå Kraft Arena and get the bonus point. So there we go. What an exciting end to our Swedish Hockey League Thursday night coverage here at the Hockey with Ice YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed that. I certainly have. Let's have a quick look at the schedule for Saturday, as that will be coming up. So the 3 earlier games at 3:15 local time, 2:15 here in the UK. It's Linköping at home against Rögle. Frölunda, who we saw today with a 3-1 win, are home again against Luleå. HV has yet at Husqvarna Garden hosting Oskarshamn. Well, Oskarshamn lose that, they're in big trouble. HV need to win desperately to give themselves any chance of getting out of the relegation playoff. And then the 3 other games taking place on Saturday, 6 p.m. Swedish time, 5 p.m. UK time. Moody, who we've just seen win today and are celebrating on the ice right now. Moody home to Färjestad. Leksand home to Örebro, and Växjö, league leaders, home to Timrå. And then it's on Sunday that the other game takes place. It is the losers in this one we've just seen on an overtime loss. Skellefteå are off to Malmö. Malmö with a big win today. A very important win on the road against Uskersham. Is it Uskersham they beat today? Hurry up, my tic-tac-toe. I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it? Yes, it was. They beat Uskersham 5-1. They are home on Sunday, 3 o'clock local time, 2 p.m. UK time, at the Malmö Arena against Skellefteå. And that, of course, will be the end of the SHL competition until, let's have a look, 13th of February. So next week will be an international week off. The Swedish Hockey League, or Lola Hockey Allsvenskan, will keep going, so there'll be some games there, and I'm sure we'll cover one or two of them here on the YouTube channel. But that is where we will end it today. We followed along, firstly, at a Scandinavian with Frölunda getting a good win, come from behind win against Leksand, winning that one 3-1, and we finished up with a nice little bonus. Skellefteå against Modo. Skellefteå scoring a late equaliser in regulation time to take it to overtime. No goals in overtime, so it went to the penalty shootout. Theodor Niederbach won it for Moody, so they get their bonus points. Until next time, I'm Matt Smith. Thank you for watching. If you've been watching live, if you're watching on repeat, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell to be told when we go live next time, and follow along at Hockey with Ice on Twitter and hockeywithice.uk for the blog. Till then, thanks for your company this evening. I'll see you very soon.